Last week on The Amazing Race, they left us hanging like a good old-fashioned Batman cliffhanger. Check in next week, same bat channel, same bat time, to find out who gets eliminated from The Amazing Race. Marcus and Amani had come in first and were immediately told that the race was continuing. The look on Marcus's face was like, man, I had a nap planned for after this. They get about a minute to celebrate their first win, or not their first leg win, but their win in first place this time, and off they go again. Cindy and Ernie, Jeremy and Sandy come in, and then the poor Tommy and Andy, who did not do well as weightlifter modeling bikini guys, got a little humbled, came in fourth place. Bill and Kathy came in fifth place. But luckily for Bill and Kathy, it was a non-elimination leg. This is the second time they benefited from the non-elimination leg of the race, which is cool because, you know what, Bill and Kathy are just downright cool in the first place, so keeping them around longer wasn't a bad thing. Marcus and Amani do what they do every show. Get lost on the way to something. They would be doing so much better if they weren't so directionally handicapped. They need to install like GPS in their foreheads or something, because these two get lost all the time. Cindy and Ernie get straight to the Ford proving grounds, where Ernie is going to drive the car. Cindy does one of the few endearing things she does in this race, and that's do the little pee-pee dance when she's excited about something, jumping up and down like a little girl. Other than that, she's pretty darn annoying. So Ernie gets in the car, and the poor man, my heart goes out to Ernie, because here's the deal. He's racing with Cindy, that's one. But then he gets a Ford Proving Ground instructor who is as dry as a 4-day-old piece of toast and is just about as bitter as sauerkraut can get. He is miserable in the car. His facial expressions are miserable. You can tell he disapproves of Ernie in every way, shape, or form. And Ernie does not do well at this. He says he tried that track 15 times before he got it right. Jeremy comes and gets it right like on the second or third try, but he's got an instructor who's all kinds of fun and encouraging him and being fun in the car, and Jeremy's experience was a lot better. Now Cindy is, of course, disapproving, because Cindy's feeling is, hey, I get us to where we need to go fast because I ask directions and I get us to the right places, and then Ernie blows our lead. So Cindy and Ernie now have to go. They're the first ones done with the Ford Proving Ground task. Cindy and Ernie move on, opening their next clue, which is a detour sending them to the city of Ghent, where they have to choose between building a waffle stand and making all the waffles just perfect, or building a raft going down the river, picking up a few clues, and then moving on. Cindy decides everything in this pairing, and she says, let's build the waffle stand, and Ernie goes along. This is the clip from this is hysterical, because Cindy, well, how are we going to do this? Why are you doing it this way? Why are you doing it that way? Why aren't you doing it this way? She wants to be in there telling him what to do 24/7, and he makes a little snide remark. He says, I think I could handle this, but you never know once you get in the booth with Cindy. And then they show her, well, why aren't you using the ladle? Well, why aren't you doing this? And he says, because I'm not, because they didn't do it this way. And you can tell there's just the slightest amount of irritation from St. Ernie, and he gets the job done despite the fact that she's worrying and nagging the entire time. Jeremy and Sandy decide to also build the waffle stand and get waylaid big time, because they cannot see one mistake that they've made, and it holds them up for quite some time. Andy and Tommy make it to the same detour. They choose the water thing. Marcus and Monty are already there trying to build their raft. Annie and Tommy were like born on water, and they build their raft lickety-split down the river, up the river, like, you know, I don't know, taking a nap or something. It was so easy, it was ridiculous. Marcus and Amani are still building their raft when Tommy and Andy get back. But Marcus and Amani get on their raft, go down, come back, and they finish before Cindy and Ernie and Jeremy and Sandy. Bill and Kathy arrive. They build their raft to go down the river, and that was clearly the easier task of the two. Now it's on to let's get lost in the countryside again for several of the couples. Tommy and Andy left the detour first. They've moved from 4th place to 1st. They find the homing pigeons. They set the pigeons free. They find the address. They make it to the pit stop. Bing, bada boom. Win 2 cars. These guys have won so much on this trip. It's ridiculous. Cindy and Ernie get lost finding the pigeons. Marcus and Imani get lost. Jeremy and Sandy get lost. And Bill and Kathy got hopelessly lost. And in the end, our lineup was Tommy and Andy first, Jeremy and Sandy second, Cindy and Ernie third, and you would have thought they were out of the race. She is just such a sourpuss. While they're in the car driving, she's talking about how late they are and how disappointed she's just. Unless they're first, this woman's not happy. Marcus and Imani come in 4th. They're all smiles because guess what? They're still in the race. Bill and Kathy come in last and are eliminated from the race. I got to tell you, I love me some Bill and Kathy. These guys are really cool. She said to him when they went to do the car driving Ford Expo thing, have a blast, have lots of fun. She didn't say, hurry up so that we can make up time. She said, have a great time. And that is what Bill and Kathy were like. Supportive to one another, fun to watch, fun to see them overcome challenges, and they will be missed on The Amazing Race. Now, interesting side notes for this week. Amazing Race 20 is being run as we speak. And if you're a Big Brother fan and you know Rachel Riley and Brendan Villejas, they're on the race, and Miss Cleo BB14 has the pictures to prove it, along with other websites. But Miss Cleo called it to me. We were looking for info more than a month ago, and I even asked Rachel about it in one of my interview with her. So check out that interview to see what Rachel had to say about it. She's a good bluffer. Let's hope that Rachel and Brendan have a great time on the race. I'm going to be keeping track of what they're up to and where they're going. Right now, they're heading to South America, and Big Brother fans have something else to watch while we're waiting for the next season of Big Brother. Thanks. This was Diana's Amazing Race Recap. Have a great night.